Varick Street includes some green infrastructure and streetscape improvements. That includes pervious pavers and storm drainage connections, as well as new tree pits, new trees, and new lights that will also be overhead for added atmosphere in the Varick Street downtown area. This includes from Court Street at the Saranac Brewery all the way down through to Lafayette just past Sickenburger. This work is happening in phases. We started on the easterly side of the street, and that has been complete, and we are almost halfway through the other half of the street. Last summer we walked the area and we drew the design and layout of what sidewalk improvements, pedestrian crosswalks with ADA, and any other improvements we were making, whether that was through the driveway for the public parking or some asphalt restoration. We have walked the area extensively, and all the business owners are very excited to see the revamp of the area, for the improvements to be made. The area is intended to be user-friendly for traffic or pedestrians that can come for lunch, go for dinner, go out to drink, and feel safe throughout that area.
We were so happy to hear this because the sidewalks had been heaving and the trees were all dead, and the last time Varick Street had been redone was when Tim Julian was mayor. I absolutely think it will draw people to Varick Street. We have lighting that's going to drape the street. It's going to look like Little Italy in New York City. Very inviting, a fun atmosphere, very aesthetically pleasing. I think we're on a good track. Mayor Palmieri's working very well with the ARPA money. To invest in the city, in the streets, something you have to do. To draw people, to make it inviting.
This project started down in Urban a few years ago, and engineering took hold of it about maybe 18 months ago. We met with a consultant, Ramble Engineer, and we walked the area to find out what areas could use some improvement. Stormwater has been a constant issue in the last few years with all of the heavy rain events that we are getting, that we're looking at pervious areas that we can help maximize any storage we can get. There was a disease that impacted all of the trees. I think those trees had been there for about 20 to 30 years as it was. Combined with the disease, they've exceeded their lifetime, and it was an area that was dark and gloomy that needed some revamping. So with that area, the mayor wanted some sizzle, so we added some lights. We did overhanging lights as well. So we've almost doubled the traffic pole lights that are there on the street in an effort to increase safety for pedestrians. So with the overgrowth of trees and the dying tree branches and stumps that are in the area, it was time to revitalize the area, and with that we improved the drainage, the new trees, and the pavers, as well as new sidewalk, ADA ramps. Our effort is to increase the connectivity and make it a cleaner, safer area for everyone to enjoy. We also made an improvement with the traffic intersection of Sunset and Spring Street into Varick, which narrowed down the area of the vehicle traffic for pedestrians to easily cross through with a shorter distance to cross at night. The codes department as well has been increasing the abatement process with any of the areas that have been run down and neglected. So it is quite a process, but our goal is to be the catalyst of the area's improvements along with the business owners who have invested a lot of their own money to make that area a destination for everyone to want to enjoy. The ARPA money was placed throughout a bunch of projects throughout the citywide area, and $200,000 was allocated to each council person for them to come up with their own idea of how to improve their district. For Burmaster's area, he chose to revitalize the area along Columbia Square to enhance the visibility of the signage, to get the one-way to isolate perfectly with that area, to increase some parking area as well. And in addition to his portion with the Columbia Square, he also has prioritized the Court and Whitesboro intersection to make sure there is pedestrian-friendly crosswalks that have narrower paths to ensure safety under the traffic light. Combined with Burmaster's contribution and the city's extensive contribution through ARPA funds as well as the lighting, we have been able to create a product that will be complete sometime in October 2023. And I think that the city being able to contribute and help make the area a more appealing place to be has definitely been accomplished throughout this project.